Does being a PPO provider help you achieve an effective work-life balance?
No.
You didn't even let me finish.
Thank
But
you for joining us today. The end. Okay. Although I could end it right there because that is the answer to that question.
yes, and
No,
it's a
no, and no. There's nothing about being a PPO provider that has anything to do with helping you achieve an effective work-life balance. No. It takes you the opposite direction. It makes your life even more oriented towards work and less oriented towards life. And the simple reason for that is that when you're a PPO provider, you're giving up between 45 and 50% of your fee. And so in order to make that up, you've got to pedal like the proverbial hamster on the treadmill. Uh, in my work with our clients, one of our goals with every one of our clients, our seventh goal is to help every one of our clients achieve an effective work-life balance, Now, that has to be individually defined, of course, but there are some parameters to that. What we found, there could be exceptions to this, but what we found is one of the best ways for an owner dentist to achieve an effective work-life balance is to work 3 days a week clinically. 3 days a week clinically. And Naren, I'm not talking about 3 12-hour days. I'm not talking about that. That isn't what I'm talking about. I'm talking about 3 normal days, 3 normal 8-hour clinical days. If you're an owner dentist, you're likely to have a little bit more time than that in your work in order to handle the administration of your practice. But if all you have to work is 3 days a week clinically to be to produce in your practice, then you're really taking a big step towards work-life balance, taking a very big step towards work-life balance. And if you are sitting here cynically thinking, I don't even know if that I can't do that, then I'd like to be a voice of encouragement for you. We have clients all over the country in all 50 states that can honestly say they've achieved effective work-life balance. Now, can you have a 3-day-a-week schedule, normal hours, as a solo practitioner? The answer is yes. We have a number of those in my client base. They choose to work solo by choice. They don't want an associate doctor. They don't want a partner. One of my clients told me recently, I'll leave her name out of it, but she said, Gary, I just don't play well in the sandbox. And I had to laugh because she knows herself. And she said, I don't have any interest in an associate or a partner. I don't play well in the sandbox with other dentists. Okay, she knows herself. And she works 3 days a week. It can be done with just a solo dentist 3 days a week because we have them in the client base. However, I don't think it's the best model to do that because you may not be able to provide enough hours for your patients, and you may not be able to provide enough hours that your team members need. If you're working 8 hours a day clinically, that's typically going to be about 26, 27 hours a week for your team members. It's not going to be 24. It's going to be a little bit more than that because of the morning huddle and the end of the day wrap up. So it's going to be probably 26, 27 hours a week. And there are many, many, many team members, hygienists, assistants, admin team members that need more than 27 hours a week for their family budget needs. So it can be done, but it's challenging. I personally think the better model is to have 2 doctors, whether it be an associate, your owner doctor and an associate, or perhaps a partner. If evolve that associate into a partner if that was something of interest to you, and have each doctor work a 3-day work week. So maybe one doctor works Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, second doctor works Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Now, the reason why being a PPO provider takes you away from that is, are you going to be able to produce enough in a 3-day schedule to make your income needs, from the practice? And the answer to that is probably not. Many dentists feel like they need to work 4, 5, even 6 days a week clinically to make up for the amount that they're handing to the fat cats at the insurance company. And all of that is taking you away from work-life balance. If you achieve success in your practice at the expense of work-life balance, I don't think it's success at all. If you've achieved that at the success of your relationship with your spouse, your relationship with your children, your relationship with your health. Maybe you're thinking, I'd love to do this particular exercise more. I'm a runner, so I'd like to run more. Maybe I'd like to cycle more. Maybe I'd like to spend more time at the gym. Maybe you'd like to do more yoga. But you say, but I can't because of the way my work, intrudes on that. Then I don't think that's success at all. And they are not mutually exclusive. You do not have to give up one to get the other. In other words, you don't have to give up a thriving practice in order to have an effective work-life balance. You do have to give something up, though. And that is your relationship with the PPO plans. That's what you have to give up. How about that? How about let's give that one up? Because that is a one-sided relationship that you get no benefits out of. It's an abusive relationship that you're the victim of. And blunt language, but that's how I feel about it. And I suspect you do too. So does being a PPO provider help you achieve an effective work-life balance? Not at all. If you have to pedal so fast that you can't slow down, develop a poor relationship with your patient, you can't truly connect with your patients, you can't really understand what's going on and what their dental history is, then that's not helping you achieve an effective work-life balance. So maybe now we're in the beginning of the year, maybe it's time to start thinking about taking some action. What can you do? Take some action. It's great to have knowledge, but until you take action on it, you don't get the benefit of that knowledge. You got to take action to have the knowledge. And Naren, you were kind enough to offer your marketing strategy meeting. And that would be a good place to take some action.